Meteorologist Bill Cardis joins us now to take a look at exactly what happened last night. And Bill, this is something that for a lot of people, we've never seen something like this before.
Yeah, this is sadly going to go in the history books. This is a very different type of storm. It's called an MCS, a mesoscale convective system. What's really unfortunate about something like this is that it peaks after midnight. A lot of people are in bed, and we're in bed last night when this thing was ripping. And it's the nature of the storm. It typically produces a lot of lightning, but when you get into the more intense versions of MCSs, they can produce straight line winds, and some of them can produce tornadoes, and they're very hard to pick out on the radar. We did not have a radar confirmed tornado from this. A lot of times we can see the radar pick up debris, and we can confirm these in real time. We weren't able to do that last night just because of the nature of this. This type of tornado likely to go down as something called a QLCS tornado. So it forms along this line, and it was right about here. Hard to pick out on the radar, but there was a lot of circulation taking place with that. And the other thing is, Ben, just how fast this happened. These storms are moving 70 miles an hour.
I mean, we saw it come over the Canadian border, and Environment Canada was warning, I think it was 60 mile per hour speeds, and then it just picked up once it got over the Tug Hill. Does that have anything to do with it?
The nature of the storm ended up peaking at 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. And the other thing too is this was like a pendulum as it swung. The right-hand side was moving very, very quickly. The left-hand side was moving very slowly. This side created a lot of wind damage. This side created a lot of flooding. I mean, it was just a very unfortunate setup. We ended up getting both the damaging winds, the tornado touchdown, and all the flooding all through this event. The other thing I want to touch upon is this idea of a derecho. We've heard this been brought up a lot. The answer is this is not going to be considered a derecho because even though there was strong winds, it doesn't quite meet the textbook definition of this. The winds did not be over 75 miles an hour for a damage path of over 250 miles. This is not to minimize what happened. No. It's just the way that meteorologists classify these types of systems.
And, you know, you think of a derecho around here. I think the last one, you know, if you want to call it one, it's still up in the air, 2020 was one, but the one of most notable, 98.
98, yeah, that was a bad one. And that one, again, 75 mile an hour winds. Again, the amount of destruction that happens with them is unbelievable. And even last night, again, not to minimize this, if it just happens in the wrong spot at the wrong time, it could be incredibly destructive. And just one other thing too, that EF1 tornado, again, we saw a lot of straight line winds that were 50, 60, 70 miles an hour.
And they mentioned that the tornado damage was embedded within straight line wind damage.
Yeah, and so this is the one that was confirmed. Again, just because your damage wasn't considered a tornado doesn't minimize the severity of it.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis, great job to you and your crew this morning, and we'll be back right after this.